Hello, hello. Welcome to episode 69 of Life Unmedicated. Thank y'all for joining me as per usual. So today it's just going to be kind of a continuation of the last episode. And yeah, let's get into it. So today is Friday. I almost said March. That's odd. Friday, October 6th. And it's only been like 2 days since I did the last one. So I'm getting back on track, y'all. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about communication, we're going to talk about getting back on track, and we're going to talk about one more thing. So, firstly, let's talk about getting back on track. Like, how does one do that, right? Like, how does one, have a completely legitimate, or, it doesn't have to be, anything is legitimate, to be honest with you. If you fall off your regimen, your routine, whatever have you, you know, how do you get back on track? No matter what the reason was. Like, I went home for a couple weeks. I completely fell off because I was just not in my space. I was not in my home. I didn't have my things, to keep my routine. So, but then like other times you fall off, right? Like you could be experiencing depression symptoms. You have like a zero motivation to do anything. You could be, anything, literally anything. Well, how do you get back on track, right? Um, Something that I am still trying to perfect, obviously it won't be perfect, but I'm still trying to find a good regimen to get back on track. The way that I try to do it is I try to kind of throw myself back into it once like for example, I was at home, so like once I came back to California, I wanted to really throw myself in it, but that wasn't realistic because I had a lot going on the week that I got back home. Also, traveling takes a lot out on your body. Like flying, it doesn't really feel like it, but flying can be very hard on the body, especially if you have like a turbulent flight or if you are afraid of flying, things like that. It's just a lot to deal with emotionally sometimes and physically sometimes. So giving yourself a little breaky break, like I definitely, I had a lot going on last week. It's also good to be like realistic and kind with yourself. So like when I got back, it wasn't realistic that I just hopped back in the gym. It just was not realistic because I had so much to do to prepare for the weekend, which was like my photo shoot and my fashion show. We're not even going to get into it because I don't want this video to be 30 minutes long, but I just had a lot to do. And then this week, I try to say like, okay, well, I know I have a lot to do had a lot to do last week, but I want to jump back into things on Monday of this week. It wasn't realistic for me, and I had to kind of like I had to give myself that grace because I was tired. Okay, like I am still like today I had to wake up via alarm. I don't usually like lately, or not lately, but before my trip I really did not have to use my alarm because I just wake up naturally around like 7:30, and then like if I have to get up I'll get up, but usually I'll go back to sleep if I'm not, if I don't have to be up for a while, and then I'll wake back up around like 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock if I'm really tired. But I've been sleeping in, so I know that I'm tired. I'm either tired or sick, but I don't think I'm sick, so I'm tired, so I'm like, I need to give my body this time. I've been going for the past month just straight, so I gave myself another week off. Like, well, not even another week off because I wouldn't even consider last week a week off. I was ripping and running the whole time. So I gave myself a week off. I haven't been to the gym. I've been eating crazy. Sorry. That was bothering me. I've been eating crazy. Like, I've been going ham this week. Like, I think I've had 2 pizzas, or I've had pizza twice. I ordered wings and a burger last night. I ate a tub of ice cream, and I ate my healthy food. So, like, girl, I could have saved that. Like, what a waste. But anyway, I feel better as of today. Maybe I am sick. I feel better as of today. I feel like I can get back on track, and I plan to go to the gym tomorrow. But if not tomorrow, definitely Monday. Like, I have to get back in the gym before I lose my momentum. Like, I've been working out for the past year, over a year. It's been, what, 14 months? Ouch. Oh my gosh. It's been 14 months, 15 months maybe. And, I've been working out consistently, so I don't want to lose that momentum. I probably done already lost muscle, which is, it's fine, it's whatever. Or not, because, yeah, anyway. So, how do we get back on track, right? Like, giving ourselves grace is one of the most important things. You cannot, like, pressure only builds diamonds, and we are gems, but only in the figurative sense. So, you cannot beat yourself into submission. Like, it doesn't work with abusers, and it doesn't work on yourself. So it's like, or it doesn't work healthily, I'll say that. It's not a healthy way of building habits and building consistency. It's not, being hard on yourself or putting pressure on yourself, or, holding yourself accountable is one thing, but beating yourself up, negative self-talk, things like that, it actually is not helpful. And it's something that I'm trying to, sorry y'all. It's something that I'm trying to stop doing myself as I like feel on my belly. I'm like thinking to myself, oh girl, you gotta get in the gym. But that's the thing, right? Like, I can tell myself you need to get in the gym, but sometimes the other things I say to myself are just they're not productive. And, I can try to say, oh, I need to be hard on myself or whatever, but it's not helping, because I haven't gotten back in the gym. And as mean as I've been to myself, it has not helped. So being kind to yourself is one of the main things. Getting back on track, holding yourself accountable, giving yourself enough grace to say, okay, well, if my body is having this like visceral reaction to the thought of getting back in the gym today, then okay, like maybe I should take a look at that. Like, what do I need to do? Do I need to rest? Maybe I can just like have a lounge day. Do I need to like tidy up my space? I know for me, when my space is cluttered, my mind feels cluttered. So I can't do anything, let alone extra. So I usually need to like kind of clean up, or at least straighten up. I might do like a cursory, cleaning, not cleaning, but just straightening things up until I have time to do like the actual cleaning. Small things like, emptying the dishwasher so that the dishes can go into the dishwasher, or, removing all of the things the clutter that has piled up on my kitchen counter or my dining room table. Things like that. Moving all the shoes from the foyer to the place that they belong. Things like that can really be helpful. Picking up the clothes that I decided not to wear and just left hanging over the door of my closet. Like, things like that, like little things that don't take too long, but they can really help free up space in your mind to even like consider doing other things. And then like holding yourself accountable is the main thing, because like, I can say until I'm blue in the face, oh, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow, I'm going to go to the gym Monday. But if I don't do it, then it doesn't get done. So, I think that I have given myself enough grace at this point. It's time to hold myself accountable. So I know that I'm aiming to go tomorrow, but if I don't go tomorrow, I'm not gonna like it's a goal, but it's not an official goal. It's like a soft goal, but Monday is the hard goal, to get back started by Monday. But I have my favorite class tomorrow. But it's the same class as on Monday. So I really might, it just depends. It depends, honestly. It depends on how I feel and what time I wake up in the morning. I'm off today, so that's really nice. Like, I'm literally just gonna lay around all day. Well, until 1 o'clock. And then I have a meeting. And then I'm gonna lay around for the rest of the day. I might cancel that meeting though. But anyway, so yeah, how we get back on track, a few things. Grace, being kind to yourself, and accountability. How do you make the leap from being kind to yourself to holding yourself accountable? That's personal. I can tell you how I do it, but you have to find your own motivation. So I often tend to think of like my future self. Like, I may not feel like doing it on Monday, but on Monday, I'm going to start thinking about my future self. Like today and tomorrow, I don't work out on Sundays, so Sunday is not a thing. But today and tomorrow, I'm like, you know what, girl? This is still your week of rest. If you want to go to the gym, that's great. If not, lay around. That's fine. You've had a rough few weeks, month actually. So that's fine. But on Monday, I'm going to start thinking about my future self. Like, okay, you may not look the way you want to look now, or you may not feel the way you want to feel right now, but in 6 months, that person, that's who we want to work out for. That person with the 6-pack abs. I'm totally kidding, because what? Abs in 6 months? Unless you're already thin, you're not going to have abs in 6 months. And I'll never have abs. So it's actually not even a goal of mine to have abs. I really just want to be like toned and not fitting my clothes, which I'm like on the brink of right now. So, that's where I'm at with things. I have a solid 30 pounds to lose. It's not going to happen in 6 months, but I could probably healthily lose like 15 pounds in 6 months. And then I'll be back to where I was earlier this year when my life completely got derailed and I stopped taking my medicine and I gained back all the weight that I lost. Gosh, when I put it like that, it is so discouraging. But I have to remember that this is very new to me. Like I had been taking that medication for 20 years. 20 years. And it did a lot for me. And now I have to do those things for myself. And it's difficult. It is very difficult, y'all. And it's not just the binge eating. It's like things that I wouldn't even... Like, okay, I guess I can just get into this now because it's relevant. But like when I got back home, I started taking my medicine again. Just for a few days because I just had a lot going on. And I really didn't have time to like be in La La Land. And so I really have forgot like how helpful that Adderall is. Like, my God, today I was like very focused without having to try. I was nice to people, making eye contact and saying hello to strangers. It was just like, and I felt like I don't know. I really can't describe how I felt. I felt like life was easy for a second, But at the same time, I was reminded, and thank God I was reminded how, it's kind of like when you don't, it's exactly like that. It's like when you don't take a drug for a long time and then you take it, you have this kind of high that you get from it. And I mean, I didn't feel high, but I just mean emotionally. Like I had this high because my body was not accustomed to it or adjusted to it, I guess. But by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. By Saturday, I took it on Saturday, and that was the day of my fashion show. And my friend was like she kept asking me if I was okay. And it reminded me how like melancholy Adderall can also make me. Like, it's not like I'm depressed, but it's just like my emotions are very like here with it. And no matter how excited I wanted to be, I could not get myself past like ground zero for some reason. And like I tried to like fake it, like faking myself into laughing and like just get hype, and I just could not do it until that medicine wore off. And I found that so interesting. I forgot about that. So I'm kind of glad that that happened because, it's easy to look at the positives, but when people say that they feel like they're shelling themselves on their medication and that's why they don't want to take it, like I can identify with that because sometimes that would happen to me taking Adderall. So yeah, but I mean, those few days, life was easy breezy. Like, ugh, it's like I wish it wasn't such a catch-22. Well, I can't even call it that because my health comes first. So like having high blood pressure and like kidney failure is just not that. It's never gonna be a 2 and a 2. It's gonna be like a 0. So yeah, yeah, that's it. I just have to like, I've done a really good job with like finding coping skills for like focusing, and I don't really aside from getting fired, my ADHD hasn't really had like a large impact on my life. And I wouldn't even call that a large impact. Like, nobody likes to get fired, but if we're being honest, it didn't have an impact on my life. Like, it hurt my feelings for a few minutes. Oh my goodness. So maybe I am sick. I'm sorry. That's probably real nasty, but such is life. Yeah, I mean, nobody likes to get fired, but I mean, if we're being honest, like I said, like it didn't have an impact on my life. Like I actually am having more clients now with the original agency that I was working for. I'm up to 9 clients a week, which last week I worked for 2 agencies and I was at 5. So I'm not mad at it at all. Can I mute this? No. Okay. I'm so sorry. This is terrible. There's a frog in my throat. So anyway, yeah, that was an interesting few days for sure. And I mean, maybe I'll get to the point whenever I lose weight, because for me, I can't have this weight on me and take Adderall and expect not to have hypertension. When I lose this weight, maybe I'll be able to take it every once in a while. But to be honest with you, the benefit of Adderall is only like a daily thing for me. So, I mean, but I don't know. We'll see. I really don't feel like I would need to take it, but we'll see. I just have to get this binge eating under control. Maybe I should go to like Eaters Anonymous or something. Because, I mean, I know that like if I walk in there, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy. But like, it's a problem. It really is a problem. Like, I be a bottomless pit sometimes. And I feel like it has to do with hormones. Maybe if I get those hormone balancing supplements again, I wonder if that would help. Because I know that it has to do with hormones. Because some days I can just eat what I'm supposed to eat, like 2-3 meals a day, healthy meals, maybe have a little snacky snack in betwixt. But it's not like I am on other days when I'm literally inhaling everything. So I'm pretty sure it has to do with hormones. I will probably try to get some hormone balancing supplements, and I probably should do it sooner than later so that they can start to take action. So I'm going to try that. Let me put it on my to-do list. Not Horizons. Okay. So anyway, aside from that, those are the main 2 things I wanted to talk about. Oh, and then continuing our conversation from last week about communication. It's already 20 minutes, and I think I will just keep that for next time because I actually want to do a little bit of research on ADHD and communication difficulties, and then come back and just kind of report what I've found. Communication research. So yeah, I'm going to do that because we're already, like I said, at 20 minutes. But thank y'all so much for, joining me. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone. I have like 13 subscribers now. And my videos are getting some more views than they have been. So I am grateful for that. And I'm going to I'm gonna keep doing this regardless of like subscribers or views or whatever. But it's cool to think that it's reaching more people. I'm really excited about that. But anyway, thank y'all so much for joining me, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.